We are right now in eastern Pennsylvania in the town of Jim Thorpe, previously known as Moch Chuck. It is a beautiful day, and in this historic town, which is also known as the Switzerland of America, we are going to ride that train. This is a very historic and a beautiful train ride through the mountains and the forest. So come join me on a journey as we ride the historic Lehigh Gorge Scenic Railway. Our journey starts off from the train station at Jim Thorpe. Jim Thorpe is very European, so you should, if you're coming here, you should definitely plan to spend some time in the city. Now, this particular train ride has its history back to actually 1827. The whole region is known for anthracite coals, and the primary reason the railroad came here was because of carrying these coals back to New York and Philadelphia and other port towns. Now, over the years, as the popularity of coal declined, that also led to the decline of the train line. Finally, in 1985, a company started putting together a passenger service over here, and finally in the year 2005, with the completion of this particular bridge, the Lehigh Valley Scenic Railroad was born. Now, the train ride takes roughly an hour, I think hour and 15 minutes. There are multiple rides throughout the day. We are riding in the afternoon at around 3 o'clock. And this day is absolutely gorgeous. Now, if you're outside and looking at the train, one thing you will notice that this train is very, very, very long. And there's a whole bunch of different kinds of coaches here. A lot of the coaches are very old, from 1917, so vintage coaches. We are riding on a very standard coach, but there are open air coaches, luxury coaches. Now, we are at the heart of the coal region of Pennsylvania. So there are coal mines, anthracite coal mines everywhere. That's what had the prosperity of this region for over 100 years. But this area also had the world's first oil pipeline, and that's what you see is over us right now. This world's first pipeline was built back in mid-19th century. Today it no longer carries any oil, and it instead carries fiber cables. Now, that pathway which goes right next to the train, that is the DNL train, or the Delaware Lehigh Valley trail. This is a 165-mile long multi-use trail. If you are into hiking and biking, this trail is an absolute heaven for you. There are a lot of trailheads on the way, and this trail is one of the 49 historic corridors all across North America, all across the US actually. So on this trail, you will also find a canal. So this trail was built in parallel to three very old routes, two canals and one this Lehigh Gorge Railroad. But this trail also gives you access to one of the last remaining mule-drawn boat rides anywhere in North America. So if you have time, definitely go check it out. Now, the train goes by the side of the DNL trail for a while. As you can see, there are a lot of parking lots where you normally see people just park and then go on hikes, as well as a lot of people go on whitewater rafting. If you are lucky, we were told you can see some wildlife here, deers, smaller animals of that sort. We were not that lucky, we did not see anything. This is a stone cut. So this was one interesting feature which they announced. The whole train route is narrated. So the stone cut piece I learned from the narration. So this is like a pass or a cut in the train, on the rocks. That particular hole is a turnhole tunnel. This was the older bridge, and that's the tunnel which sort of goes in the mountain. Today it is abandoned. If you're a little bit more adventurous, you can absolutely come here and hike. And with that, we are back at the Jim Thorpe station. So if you're ever in the eastern Pennsylvania area and if you don't know what to do, the train ride is an absolute must-do. Spend a day, if possible, at Jim Thorpe and just hang out by the beautiful Lehigh River.